What? Well, we'll put it out to everybody, right? What is better, to binge watch the whole thing and not enjoy it together, or to have it drip fed to you, and you're all at the same pace watching it. Stranger Things came out. Um, Kids watched it in the schools. So Danny went to school, had seen one episode, and then got a spoiler for the second episode. Then you'd blitzed it. I haven't watched it. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it all. So I'm in the position of, oh God, I'm going to have to stay offline. Because obviously you're bombarded now from
Yeah.
seeing spoilers from everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him. I can't.
No.
We can't discuss it on here because you've seen it all, or not all of it, but you've seen
You can't flick through
first 4 episodes.
You can't flick through Instagram or TikTok in case you see a meme about it.
Well, the story, the Holly recast thing, I thought, oh God, is that a spoiler? Straight away, I was like, oh no, we need to talk about that. That's quite interesting. But that's the whole thing as well. You just said about the water cooler effect. We can't kind of enjoy it all together at the same time.
No, that's the thing, and that's kind of what was like. That's kind of why I like the way that the Apple does things, where it's you get it once a week, and then you get to talk about it, you get to ruminate on it, and then you get a week to recover, and then you're back into the storyline.
Yes,
and without getting into that, I think it's the same thing with James Cameron. Is that James Cameron sees Netflix as basically just shovelware. He doesn't see it as quality.
I think he does. I think you're right.
He sees it as it's just content. It's just bread and circuses for the masses. It's not what he does, which is he thinks he does high art. Oh, it's dwarfs with dances with wolves, but he thinks it's high art. Whatever.
He said it.
That's fine.
Oh, sorry. He said it.
He said, "Listen to me, James." So he's thinking that way. Netflix are like, well, this is they're wanting to buy Warner Brothers because they're thinking themselves, look at all that content. We could put Casablanca on Netflix, and I know, and that is a true side to it, is the fact that they're looking at their Warner Brothers back catalogue more than their future catalogue. My point being, though, shovelware versus an actual product, and so. Shovelware is you dump everything because you don't care about it. All you care about is people getting content, versus taking the time for people to talk about it and build some kind of mystique franchise. Or I don't know what you would call it, but just this kind of
it's
excitement about the show.
I think
the kind of meta nature of it.
Well, we'll put it out to everybody, right? What is better? To binge watch the whole thing and not enjoy it together, or to have it drip fed to you, and you're all at the same pace watching it, so you're all discussing it at the same time, and you're all if there's like a big wow factor in an episode, if there's a big wow factor in the episode and you binge watch it, it doesn't have the same impact as it does if it's one a week. And there's something like, whoa, that character's come back, whoa, type thing, or whatever happens, So, for me, it was quite a big deal this week, because it really kind of highlighted the fact that, binge watching maybe isn't the best way to kind of drop things, but I know it's Netflix's way, and I don't know if they'll experiment and do things more kind of, because Disney don't do that, Apple don't do that, Prime don't do that, I don't think, do they? Is Netflix the only one that drops everything at the same time?
I think Prime is a sort of per program thing, so things so the big kind of tentpole things, but this might also be because, again, the production company for Reacher is Skydance.
Yeah.
And so Skydance might say, no, you're putting this out every week.
Yeah.
And so they don't do a dump of things like Reacher. But they do. Well, that's what I mean, is that, that's kind of what I mean, is like,
Well, that's what James
You know,
Cameron thinks it has been a big
yeah.
dump.
Here's here's your shows, your prawls.
Plunk.
Um,
Like the bit in when
are
Brad
you not
Pitt
entertained?
drops the dog food into the
Exactly.
bowl
Yeah, into
and
the bowl. Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
and once upon a time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
What a great
Just
scene
imagine
that
that with a
is.
Stranger Things logo on it.
Yeah. Alistair here's got a drip fed like the old days. We're rewatching season 4 in order to catch up in season 5. Imagine binge watching 24 or X Files. You would lose a week. Absolutely. Well, Christ, aye.
At least more than that.
Jeez,
I was. Do
oh.
you know what? I was in.
Well, that's a good point actually. Because just before you go into yours,
Uh,
we're binge watching an 8 episode series or 6 episode series, but 24 and all that had like 20 episodes, didn't they?
well, that's the thing. They had, yeah, exactly. There was more episodes per
Uh-huh.
season as well.
Aye,
But there's also, is there not like 24 seasons of 24?
probably something daft. Yeah.
Because if you go to the local Bernardo's, there's the DVD section, and the entire top row of the DVD section is 24 box sets.
Well, I always remember your Star Trek Generation videos, VHS videos,
Yeah, uh-huh.
and you had like the length of
A
your
wall.
wall
Yeah,
of videos.
yeah.
There was that many
And Deep Space Nine and
episodes.
Voyager as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that as do we have do we have shorter episodes because of the kind of binge watch factor, or is it because of the kind of obviously there's a higher price tag in
Well,
the production as well, so it's
well,
probably that
yeah.
reason, you know.
Here's the other problem as well is that we've now got like um uh the viewing public in the US. They always wanted, you're running the show from September to April,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of holidays in there and all that kind of stuff, Christmas and
Yep.
things. You run it that period of time, so you get 26 episodes. Basically, it runs for half a year, and then now you're lucky to get 10 episodes in a season, and then
Mm-hmm.
you wait 2 years to get the next installment.
Well,
And it's like
God, it was.
but
Well,
as Alison was saying there, it's like you gotta binge watch the previous season again so you can get the gist of what's
yeah,
happening in this one, because
yeah,
there's so much time has elapsed, and you've watched different things that you've forgotten about what actually happened in season 4 or
mm-hmm.
whatever season it was you were watching. Like Severance, I had to go back and watch the last 2 episodes again because I was like, I'm
Well,
completely lost here.
we're rewatching Severance completely because we were
Mm,
totally lost when we started watching episode 1 of
yeah,
season 2. So, and Danny's never seen it, and he's blown
yeah,
away by it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
amazing. Great TV.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's the thing, is that there's so much of a gap between the seasons now, and you've only got like six to 10 episodes in a season now, and so like every single episode has to hit, or
Mm-hmm.
else it's like, well, what was the point in what was the point in episode 3? It was the wedding episode. It's like, why were you putting in a wedding episode? Why are you putting a filler episode in there? It's like, it's fine if you've got a filler episode in a 26 season block, but if you get a
Yeah,
filler episode in the middle of a 6 season block, you're like, how's happening here, man?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
why are you basically killing the momentum of the show
yeah.
just to have this fluff episode?
Which Mandalorian had a couple of those moments. Book of Boba
Yeah,
Fett, the moments like
yeah.
that. Star Wars is quite
Well,
quite bad for that actually.
they get bored making that show, and they papped in half a season of
Luke
Mandalorian.
Skywalker. Well, with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker. Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like, oh, I'll
yeah.
just put the Mandalorian in. It'll be
Mm-hmm,
fine.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So yeah,
mm.
so I guess that there's a couple of questions. Do you want longer seasons with more episodes where you can have a bit of fluff, or a musical episode or whatever, uh, or do you prefer the shorter seasons?
Yep.
It's the other one. Do you like the length of time between seasons? Like, it seems that you've got season 1, and then 2 years later you got season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, the main question is, do you like the idea of weekly episodes that you can build up some, you know, meta chat around
Aye.
the episode, rather than, I watch it in a weekend, you watch it the next weekend, and then we have nothing to talk about.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's the whole thing of is binge watching a healthy way to watch? Not as in a mentally healthy, but just a healthy way to
Mhm.
watch, as in the way we consume, our TV shows.
Yeah,
And if you binge watch it, then you're just not watching it all together, and you're not discussing it all at the same time. So
exactly. Yeah,
that's the question, I suppose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching this, because we're gonna cut this bit out and put it on in a short video through the week. But and obviously subscribe and hit the like button as well if you like this. But what we're gonna do right now, for those of you who are still watching, is we're gonna talk about what are you watching?